Hey everybody, this is Crazy Cresties. Figured I'd do a video on all my lizards. It's kind of late, so they're all somewhat out and moving around. You've seen Astro and Scooby both in different videos for reptile contests. You have not seen Dino, Nira, which is my female, and then I figured I'd show you my fiance's sulcata tortoise. So, I already got Astro out. He was the hard one to find. He was hiding. He is a yellow Dalmatian. I think he's about 38 grams. He's pretty cool. He's the one that is bred with my female right now. But most of my males are pretty chill. They'll let you hold them pretty much all you want. A lot of times when you get them out at night, they don't even want to get back in their cage. They want to stay out and just hang out. That's just, you can get that way with just holding them and stuff. They will be jumpy. Right now my female is totally high strung. She's extremely jumpy because she is gravid and laying eggs, but you can see he's got Dalmatian spots everywhere. But that is Astro. And yes, the dog from Jetsons. Now, let's put him here. This is Scooby. He is the one that I entered in Bearded Dragon 6991's reptile contest. He does not have his tail. He had lost it before we even got him. It does not affect them one bit, not having their tail. It's just basically a defense mechanism. If they feel threatened or they're stressed, they can voluntarily drop them, and then they do not grow back. Like you can see the little stubble there at the end. Doesn't affect them one bit. Their tails do, like they can use them and wrap around stuff, but I mean, this guy gets around better than any of the others. He is the monster of the tank. He is 41 grams. He is insane. When he fires up, he gets really fired up. He is a pitch black. I've only seen him that way a couple times. Right now he's kind of a darkish brown. That's kind of what he stays most of the time. He is a harlequin. He doesn't have a whole lot of marking on this side, but this side's got quite a bit. And then I read somewhere those 3 dots there on his side, he's got them on both sides. They call them portholes, like a porthole on a ship. I don't know if those would be classified as the portholes or if that's just part of his harlequin patterns. And then he's got a ton of large Dalmatian spots right down the center of his back. Yeah, he's my buddy. He'll let you do anything you want to him. You can flip him upside down, and he's just kind of a chill guy. Like I said in Bearded Dragon 6991's video, he was a rescue. So he was in a bad situation when I got him. He was pretty thin, really stressed out. He was always fired up. So yeah, he's pretty chill now. And once again, he's really easy to handle. He will jump every now and then though. That's why you handle him over something like right underneath you. So if they do jump, they're not falling a long distance. You wanna make sure when you're holding them, you have something pretty close underneath you. I have had a gecko fall a ways. He tried being Superman and flying across the room, but he did fine. He didn't get hurt or anything. But it's always best to be on the cautious side. Make sure you're holding them above something. That's what these geckos do. They don't really run really fast, but they can jump, and they jump really far. You can kind of tell when they're going to jump. They get into a springing position. Like right now, he's close to jumping. He's wobbling forward and back. He's kind of thinking about it, but I'll put him back and get Dino. Oh, there he went. Come here, bud. And yes, that's Scooby off of Scooby-Doo. If you haven't noticed, I've been doing mine off of old style cartoons. This is Dino, and Flintstones. He is just kind of a plain gecko. He's not got really any like Harlequin on him, pinstripings, Dalmatian, nothing like that really. He does have somewhat of a kneecap on his back leg there and on the other one, and he's got some little bit of marking on his back, but I really don't know too much about what he would be kind of classified. He just kind of stays that color, period. He never really fires up too dark or anything like that, and he's pretty easy going too. He's got his tail. All my geckos have their tail except for Scooby. My 3 males, Scooby, Dino, and Astro, are all 3 in a tank together. So, yeah, they when you put males together, you're probably going to get fighting. They will fight, and especially if you put a female in the tank with them. But beans, I have them in a very large 75-gallon setup with tons and tons of places to get away from each other. I'm not too worried about it. They don't really fight too much. They can get out of each other's way. Alright, here's my female. Let's see how relaxed she's going to be. She is high strung. She's been laying clutches, and she is just insane lately. As you can see, she is a red tiger. I love this female. She is, for what I got her for, I am extremely happy. She was really chill before she got gravid and started laying her clutches, but now she is just insanely hyper, especially at night. She goes nuts. Yeah, I love her tiger striping down. She could possibly be, looks like she's got a little brindling underneath there, but yeah, she's got her tail too. I've got 2 clutches out of her so far, and she should be laying another one here soon. Get in there. See, she took off right there at the end. She was ready to go back in her cage. So now I'll get out my fiance's sulcata tortoise, little guy. I mean, that's my hand next to him. He's pretty small. We went to the Tucson Reptile Expo, and she just fell in love with this little dude, so she thought she needed to have him. She named him Nico. He is in like a 30-gallon long tank right now, which I don't like. So I'm actually working on building a nice little tank for him so he can have a lot more room to run around. She's wanting to do some like soil mixtures and stuff. Same thing with my female crested gecko. I want to get her a bigger cage. She's in a too small of a cage for my likings, but that's what I had right now for while she was laying eggs. I didn't want to put a lay box in here and have the males messing around in there. I am expecting 2 of the eggs to hatch out here. 60 days would be on the 9th of November. They are looking wonderful. And then she laid another clutch 14th of October, I think. No, that's wrong. It was early October, so she's due 3 weeks is now, so she's been laying them every 3 to 4 weeks. I'm actually trying to cool her down. She is a little underweight when she actually got bred. She was not as big as I would have liked her to be. But while we were getting everything set up, she was in here, and my yellow Dalmatian, we caught him mating with her. But she seems to be doing okay. Her calcium sacs are staying pretty full, and she seems to be passing the eggs well. She's not really struggling to do it. So I'm actually trying to cool her down so I don't risk losing her. 2 clutches are good enough for me right now. I'm kind of interested to see what kind of babies come out of those, being a red tiger and a yellow Dalmatian. Crested gecko breeding hasn't really been down to the genetics. I mean, you can breed the red tiger and the yellow Dalmatian and get basically a plain crested gecko. They haven't really figured out the breeding genetics yet, so it's kind of a hit and miss. It's better to breed your high quality geckos than your plain Jane geckos because you have a higher chance probably of getting a nicer gecko. But I've been talking a lot with Bearded Dragon 6991. I've entered his reptile contest. I'm actually thinking of doing one myself, a reptile contest, once I get enough subscribers to actually make it worth it, because I'm probably going to do first prize be one of my crested gecko hatchlings, be a free gecko, which would be cool. These guys are super awesome, easy to take care of. There's a lot of videos on YouTube about feed them crickets, feed them baby food, all this other crap. Feed them CGD, crested gecko diet. It's enough calcium for them. That's all they need. It's great for them. I've got all these guys up to 38, 39, Scooby's 41 grams on just CGD. I give them crickets every now and then, but not like a steady source of them. They don't have to have them. And as you can see, I do have the bark substrate, but you just keep the bark substrate. Do not feed them crickets in there. They just had a race from one end of the tank to the other. I do not feed the crickets to them in there, so then I don't have to worry about them eating the wood chips and getting impacted. If you're planning on putting crickets or anything in there for them to eat, you're just planning on dropping them loose in there, do not do the wood chips. They will swallow the wood chips and they will become impacted and you will lose your gecko. Wood chips are good. Eco Earth, I got Eco Earth in my females cage. It's a lot messier due to keeping the humidity up, mist in the cage and stuff. When she climbs up on the glass and crap, it does leave a lot worse streaks and stuff. But it holds humidity pretty well. There's also some peat moss in there, so that's kind of her lay area. I got the Eco Earth and peat moss on one end of that tank, so she's always underneath that peat moss laying her eggs. But like I said, I'd like to get her a bigger tank. But yeah, if I were to do the reptile contest, then pretty sure that would be what my first place prize would be. Free baby crested gecko. I don't know what second and third would be, but I gotta get enough subscribers and enough people actually watching my videos to actually do it. I don't want to do a reptile contest and have only 2 people that I've actually like subscribed to them or done something with them to where they're the only ones that enter the videos, and then that's it. That's like 1 or 2 guys that are possibly going to get a crested gecko. I'd rather it be a larger spread of people. I'd like to see videos on existing reptiles that they've got to see how they're caring for them, their knowledge on what that reptile needs to have a good sustainable life, a comfortable life. Basically that they have a very well knowing of what the necessities are for that specific reptile. Bearded dragon, leopard geckos, whatnot. Make sure that the crested gecko is going to a good home. That's what I'm here for. I'm all for making sure that people are getting adequate, correct information. There's several people on YouTube that have awesome, great information. Stolen Milk Crate or something like that, I think, which is JB Cresties. She's got some awesome videos. She knows her crap. So yeah, that is my video on my Cresties, and I guess several shout outs to a bunch of YouTube channels Dale's Bearded Dragons, Bearded Dragon 6991, and I think it's Stolen Milk Crate. I'm not 100% sure on that, but it is jbcresties.com. She's got a website that is very helpful. She's got a lot of good information on there. So yeah, we'll see if this video actually loads. It's 15 minutes long. So alright, that's it. This is Crested Gecko out.